turn blue by the time this is done.
I mean, because of the high ceilings, I think, you know, the heat rises. Yeah. It's all yours today. Congratulations. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Get a younger perspective. Yeah, it's great.
This defying
Well,
gravity
yeah,
is a
Ben
popular
was
tweet
definitely
thanks to the
different than the
movie.
last two girls. Yeah, each one very different. I just, right, yeah, yeah. I like just recently went to go like look at how the gym was doing, like it was during school hours, and the bell rang, and I was like, oh darn! And then all these kids came out, and I ran into Miss Stress, I ran into her, and also Miss Dembeng. Yeah. I should just call her Priya. I don't need to call her
All of
this.
them?
I should Priya. I saw Priya.
All right. I thought I had an automated thingy.
Yeah. If you're real outside the meetings, it's always like that.
But that would be a lot. People used to sign.
Yeah, so I ran into both of them like in the hallway, and I was like, "Oh hi!" And then like the person I was with, she was like, "Oh, you know them?" I'm like, "I just happen to know two kids, and I happen to bump into both of them."
Those are cute sneakers.
Thank you.
No, that's good.
Again, it was a good exercise.
Yeah, it was. We reviewed our policy. We went over the minutes.
Got it ready.
It is cool.
I know.
Right?
David's article was good.
That was good. Dave. I really like that one. He's always got. He's got something. Yeah. You do. You do. But the interesting thing is about profanity. Like,
Actually, you can have your own
you have to be
microphone
reasonably
today.
civil, but there's no
Deb's not here.
definition of civil. But like, the expectations are civil. Like, you talk civil.
No.
Right. And you can use profanity if it's in the context.
Just for conversation.
Right. But it can't be you effing or something like that. It's like, I guess it's okay. I don't know. But it was good. Yeah, 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 yeah.
That's sweet.
Yes.
Yeah, I love it when they have their families here. It's so nice. Yeah.
Would you like another question?
She's liking it. Well, she had some mixed. Her first rotation, she did not like the lab at all. It was sort of a miserable couple of months, and I got the, what am I doing this for? I don't even like this. And then the second rotation, she really enjoyed it now. Third rotation. She's in the third rotation. They're in quarters.
Yeah, of course.
So she's in her third rotation now.
Just
She's
record
enjoying
yourself
it,
and
but
then
the
just
guy made it
click.
clear that he doesn't know if he's going to have funding for her. But the second one does.
Good evening.
Last quarter, so
I'd like to call to order the April 8th meeting of the Metuchen Board of Ed. Let us all rise for the flag salute, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And Mrs. Alievich, notice of the meeting, please.
I hereby make the statement to indicate compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act, known as Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of New Jersey, 1975, which became effective 90 days after enactment, January 19, 1976. Notice of this meeting was given by providing the location, time, and date of this meeting, and posting the same on the front door of the Board of Education offices, by delivering copies to the Borough Hall and the Metuchen Public Library, the Home News and Tribune, and by filing a copy with the Borough Clerk as prescribed by this law.
Thank you so much. Roll call, please.
Mr. Bott.
Here.
Ms. Cheatham.
Here.
Mr. Derflinger.
Here.
Mr. Glassberg.
Mr. Glassberg has informed us he is unable to attend tonight.
Okay, thank you. Dr. Johnson Marcus.
I am here.
Hi. Ms. Colleen.
Here?
Mr. Lipton.
Here.
Ms. Thresha is not here. Dr. Spigner.
Also informed me that she's unable to be here tonight.
Thank you. Mr. Suss.
Here.
All right, thank you so much. Dr. Caputo, we have a fantastic looking showcase of success.
Big
tonight.
night, big science night tonight. Before we get started, I just want to thank Mrs. Susie Acevedo and Mrs. Lindsay Omark, as well as Ms. Kate Limerick for being here tonight to support the students and their endeavors in science. I'll invite the three of you up to kind of kick off the proceedings. We're going to honor the Edgar Science Fair winners tonight.
Wonderful.
Evening, Board of Education members. I'm delighted to share with you the success of our Edgar Middle School Science Fair. This year, we have impressive projects created by 100 bright minds. I was simply amazed by the dedication and creativity of our students brought to the table. I'd like to take a moment to thank the people that helped make this event happen. My sincere gratitude goes to our students, parents, guardians, our teachers who helped our students explore their curiosities about the world, the unwavering support of our Metuchen Education Foundation, the 25 community judges, Dr. Herzog, Dr. Caputo, and our 35 Science National Honor Society students under the direction of Mr. Clapp, who helped with so many aspects of our science fair this year. Special thanks to Ms. Limerick, Ms. Kremer, and Ms. Borman for coordinating this great event and adding new ideas for incorporating Science National Honor Society and even a bingo element to the evening. Thank you to Ms. Omark as well as our new elementary supervisor for joining us this evening to recognize our awardees. At this time, I'd like to hand over the floor to Ms. Limerick, our supervisor of secondary STEM.
Thank you, Ms. Acevedo. On behalf of Ms. Omark and I, we'd like to reiterate the appreciation that Ms. Acevedo just shared for all those individuals who helped make the science fair another great success. Tonight, we celebrate curiosity, creativity, problem solving, and the pursuit of knowledge, qualities that define every great scientist. We're privileged to witness the incredible ideas and experiments that our first place winners in each grade have worked so hard to bring to life. On the stage, you can see their amazing work. From left to right, we have our 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade first place winners. Whether it's solving real world problems, exploring new possibilities, or simply asking, what if? Each of them has demonstrated the power of scientific thinking. To present our 5th grade first place awardees with certificates, I'm going to hand the floor over to Ms. Omark, our supervisor of elementary education.
Thank you, Ms. Limerick, and everyone here tonight. I'm honored to be here this evening presenting our first place winners for the 5th grade. Tonight, we recognize and congratulate Lincoln Holmes and Sonam Vyas for their project, Fantastic Plastic. Please come on up and you can share a few words about your project.
What did you learn? Go ahead. What did you learn? What were you investigating? You got this.
We were investigating different types of plastic and if we could solve a problem of non-biodegradable plastic polluting the earth. So we tried finding a solution by testing 2 other plastics, casein plastic or milk plastic or PLA plastic. We saw that casein plastic was the best because it has the best water permeability out of all of them besides for the regular plastic, and it had also very good durability.
Nice. Thank you.
So our project was we made homemade biodegradable plastics and we tested their durability against normal everyday use plastic. And so we did this by testing their water permeability, how much weight they can hold, and how brittle they get when they freeze.
Nice.
Very nice.
Very cool. Thank you.
Certificate. Congratulations, Lincoln and Sonam.
Yay!
Great job.
All right, in first place for 6th grade, we recognize and congratulate Charles Weiss with plant growth, salt, sugar, and water.
All right.
All right, would you like to share a little bit about your project, Charles?
In my project, I had chia seeds growing in water, salt water, and sugar water. The water, it grew normally and well. In the salt, it crystallized over and it became hard. In the sugar, it molded and became weird and smelly. Bugs were on it. We ended up doing the project twice because the first time, none of it really grew. It just became moist and wet. And in the second time, we used a different setup and it worked well.
All right.
Very good.
Great job.
Awesome. Thank you.
Very impressive that none of you have any notes. You're just talking from your head. That's amazing. Bravo on just that.
Say that. I'm
They
really
know their
impressed. They're
projects
so
well.
articulate, and it is
Yes.
very nerve-wracking. We were talking to them about, even as adults, it's really hard to get up in front of a microphone. So this is,
Well
I'm
done.
really impressed with our students. All right. So in first place for 7th grade, we recognize and congratulate Vidushi Singh and Lillian Keith with Where, Water, Why. Congratulations. If you just want to share a little bit about your
So our project was stemmed from the idea that a lot of different water fountains at school taste different. So we went around collecting water from all the fountains, and then we used a 16-element test strip and test all of them. We wrote a analysis on the last section of it, and it turns out it all tastes different because of different elements and add-ins and chemicals. And none of it was really dangerous, but some of it did taste pretty disgusting. And so, yeah. You want to say something?
Yeah. In one of the tests, we did get an inconclusive amount of lead in the water, and then we later found out that there was one of the things. Yeah.
Sorry, Hetty, just talk a little closer
Yeah.
to the mic. So we
Then
can...
we later found out in one of the bathrooms there was lead in the water. So I feel happy that we found something wrong, and we made more safety in our school.
Cool.
Thank you.
Great job. All right. Okay. All right, well, I won't be gracing you with a performance tonight. I'm sure you'll all be singing along in your heads as we wrap up this awards recognition with a science fair project that could literally defy gravity. We have 8th grade students Emma Gilliland Duarte and Ayushi Kamath with their project Defying Gravity. Congratulations.
So our project, we're both dancers, and so our project focuses on keeping a dancer's center of gravity where it should be so they can turn and balance effectively during their performances. We did 2 tests, one about the passe and one about the bun. With the passe, it is a position of the leg, and it has to be in the right place, not sickled, or in other words, not turned out, for the dancer to be perfectly on their center and not wobble or fall.
And our second part of the project was about the hair and how every dancer needs to have a perfect slick back bun to dance very good. So we both have very annoying hair to deal with. So we learned that a dancer's bun cannot be protruding, otherwise it'll add extra weight to the back of their head, which will make them tip back. So we found the importance of having a clean bun to make sure the dancer's overall performance is not altered by anything.
Wow. Thank you. And I will note for the good of the order that you're both wearing green. Defying Gravity, Wicked, any coincidence there, perhaps? Or subliminal. Well
Just say
done.
there was a lot of singing along the way when they turned their project in,
I
when they got
imagine.
awarded. They even
Yes.
graced us with a little song.
I love it. Thank you.
Great job.
Wonderful. All right, thank you again for having us this evening to celebrate our students and their great work. Students, keep exploring, keep questioning, as I always tell my own children at home. Don't stop questioning. Don't keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible, because who knows, the next great scientific breakthrough might just start with you.
It's awesome.
Thank
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, students. Thank you, administrators. This is wonderful.
So good. So good. Excellent. So that's the backdrop for the rest of our meeting, and you can
I
see
love it.
the great work. So
I love it.
thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for keeping your projects, and thank you for bringing them tonight. We really appreciate that.
Nice.
Thank you.
And because indeed it is a Tuesday night, and we know that while our meetings are very exciting, we imagine that you may want to go home, get your homework done, perhaps think of the next year's science fair project ideas. I believe if you want to grab a
Souvenir agenda.
Thank you. The thing over there, the souvenir agenda, you can grab one as you make your way home to your amazing project ideas. Have a great night, y'all. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
But feel free to stay if you really are very excited.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
All right. As our folks file out, I just also want to make sure that we note that this is time that we are open to the public for public comment. But seeing that everyone is actually leaving, I believe it is fair or within reason to close that section of the meeting. Dr. Caputo, do you have any other presentations?
No presentations in addition tonight.
All right, wonderful.
Next week, we'll have a bunch of them. Next time on the 29th,
The
but nothing
29th.
else tonight.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I do not have a report as we move to the report section, and I'm assuming you do not.
I don't. Just a reminder to the public that next week is spring break, so we wish everyone a very safe and healthy and rejuvenating spring break.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And at this time, we typically do committee reports, but since due to our calendar scheduling, we don't have committee meetings to report on from this one. I would ask if there are any updates from the committees or if anyone wants to share the upcoming committee meeting dates, if folks are interested. I did have one from Ms. Glassberg, who's unable to be here today, that the open public meeting for the construction committee will be on the 28th, Monday the 28th at 7 p.m. in the high school media room library. Yes? Anything else from any of the committee chairs?
I'll just add that curriculum is meeting on the 22nd.
Yes.
So we'll have a report for you for the 29th meeting.
So as it stands, curriculum, policy, and equity are scheduled for the 22nd, finance, extracurricular, and construction on the 29th. 28th, just kidding.
28th.
I know things. Yes, I got it. I caught myself. All right, wonderful. And we don't have our student board members, so no report from that end as well. All right, is there any old business from the board? Any new business? Mr. Duffy.
Yes, I just wanted to share some feedback. I was able to attend the labor management workshop that is hosted at Rutgers University that Metuchen is very famed in because we were one of the OGs of that work. And I do want to say, having spent the whole day with administrators, Dr. Caputo, Dr. Herzog, staff members, you hear about collaboration and you hear that we collaborate, and that's been our thing for many, many years. But to actually marinate in it and witness it and hear the conversations that are had amongst staff members really did solidify my pride in our school district. It's, you know, and having the opportunity to talk to other school districts to hear how many of them are still in the infancy stage of developing collaboration strategies, and we're so deep, it's so deeply embedded in everything that we do. I mean, you can't have a conversation without saying the word collaborate, right? So I just wanted, as a representative of our board, to share with you guys how proud I was to be there and how cool it was to be an example to other Board of Education members that were there, and to just reiterate how important the work is and how much we should continue having that as our main focus.
Thank you.
Well done, everyone.
Thank you so much, Mr. Derflinger. Indeed, it is a point of pride for us when we go out into the state of New Jersey and talk to folks and tell them that we're from Metuchen. It is one thing to know this good work as we are steeped in it, as we do our district and board committee collaborations.
Which is like unheard of.
Exactly. So it's
no other
really
district
wonderful
does that,
to see how we are regarded, and hopefully to be able to expand this model across the state and the world, because indeed there were delegates from South Africa,
Correct.
the Ministry of Education in South Africa there as well.
I mean, we had, I don't even know what his title is, but we were told he is in charge of education in the entire country. Right?
Yes.
And he's there soliciting feedback from our school district. Like, that's pretty incredible.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I'll stop tooting our horn now.
Yes. No, but sometimes it's important because we are in our bubble, but it's important to recognize that we are doing what we say we're doing and being models for the rest of the, dare I say, the world. All right. Enough of that now. All right. So at this time, I'd like to move to approve the minutes of the Board of Education meeting, special business meeting March 25th, 2025, special business meeting 1, special business meeting 2, as well as the board meeting. Is there a second? Mr. Derfling. And do I do more things? I forget always. Comments or questions?
Right. You got it.
Comments or questions on those minutes, good people? No? Fantastic. And now we vote on these. All right. I have been doing this for a minute. You would think I would remember that. All right. So can we have a roll call, please?
Mr. Bott.
Yes.
Ms. Cheatham.
Yes.
Mr. Derflinger.
Yes.
Dr. Johnson Marcus.
Yes.
Ms. Colleen.
Yes.
Mr. Lifton.
Yes.
Mr. Suss.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you so much. At this time, we are open to the public for our second public comment period. Seeing none, I will close this section. At this time, pardon me, we move to the recommendation of the superintendent of schools. Oftentimes, it may appear to members of our audience that the Board of Education takes action with very little comment, and in many cases, a unanimous vote. Before a matter is placed on the agenda at a public meeting, the administration has thoroughly reviewed the matter with the superintendent of schools. If the superintendent is satisfied that the matter is ready to be presented to the Board of Education, it is then referred to the appropriate board committee. The members of the board committee work with administration and the superintendent to assure that the members fully understand the matter. When the committee is satisfied with the matter, it is presented to the Board of Education for discussion before any final action is taken. Only then is it placed on the agenda for action at a public meeting. With that, I'd like to move personnel items A1 through 9. Is there a second? Mr. Suss. Any questions or comments? Mr. Bott.
Just one comment I think worthy of note. If the public were to look at the breadth of experience for the new hires and the appointments and understand the approach the administration has taken to really represent and create an excellent candidate pool, I think we should feel very proud, not just from outside of the community, but within the community. It's great to see and excellent work.
Thank you, Mr. Bott. We remain a premier destination, a favorite place to work, indeed. All right, any other questions or comments on personnel? All right, roll call, please.
Mr. Bott.
Yes.
Ms. Cheatham.
Yes.
Mr. Derflinger.
Yes.
Dr. Johnson Marcus.
Yes.
Ms. Colleen.
Yes.
Mr. Lifton.
Yes.
Mr. Suss.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Now, at this time, Mr. Suss, would you like to move?
I'd like to move items B1 through B7 as listed on the agenda.
Wonderful. Is there a second? Mr. Bott. Any questions or comments? Mr. Suss.
Just one thing to point out, item 7 are change orders for construction from M&M and Epic.
Thank you for highlighting that for the folks watching at home. Are there any other questions or comments on the finance items? All right, roll call, please. Mrs. Alievich?
Mr. Bott?
Yes.
Ms. Cheatham?
Yes.
Mr. Durflinger?
Yes.
Dr. Johnson Marcus?
Yes.
Ms. Colleen?
Yes.
Mr. Lipton?
Yes.
Mr. Suss?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you so much. At this time, I'd like to move policy items C1 through 3. Is there a second? Mr. Suss. Any questions or comments on the policy items? All right, roll call, please.
Mr. Bott?
Yes.
Ms. Cheatham?
Yes.
Mr. Durflinger?
Yes.
Dr. Johnson Marcus?
Yes.
Ms. Colleen?
Yes.
Mr. Lipton?
Yes.
Mr. Suss?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Wonderful, thank you. Mr. Durflinger.
Thank you. I'd like to make a motion to move item D1 as listed on the agenda, please.
Wonderful. Is there a second? Mr. Suss, thank you. Are there any questions or comments on this curriculum item? Seeing none, roll call, please. Mrs. Alievich?
Mr. Bott?
Yes.
Ms. Cheatham?
Yes.
Mr. Durflinger?
Yes.
Dr. Johnson Marcus?
Yes.
Ms. Colleen?
Yes.
Mr. Lipton?
Yes.
Mr. Suss?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you so much. At this time, the meeting is open to the public for the third open public comment period of our meeting. But seeing none, I believe it is safe to close that section. Turning to Mrs. Cheatham for announcements.
Thank you. So at Campbell Elementary School, we have staff appreciation and the much-awaited Spring X that's happening on April 11th. It's going to be a great day. I know lots of volunteer work goes into that event, so the more community that can come out and support, the better. Sorry, my phone's down. And then again, we talked about staff appreciation, and then at Edgar Middle School, there's also staff appreciation occurring. So I know there's lots of emails going out and text messages, but there's still time to donate. And then also the Parent Teacher Council just wanted to throw in another reminder for their Parents Night Out fundraising at Rock and Raise, is on May 2nd at 7 p.m. at Juniors, and it will be featuring the commuters and Sarah Teddy, our local favorite. And then our next meeting, Board of Ed meeting, will be on April 29th.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Mrs. Cheatham. And I also want to shout out the Campbell Science Fair folks. It was beautiful. Like, I love Science Fair season. It's always wonderful to see the creativity of the youth in our community. And I believe the 4th grade folks are still to come with Campbell Science Fair. So if you are planning to go check that out, have fun. Had a fun time today at the 3rd grade one. All right, so at this time, I move to adjourn the meeting. Is there a second? Mr. Bott, all in favor? Good night, everyone.